Good morning, friends. So today I want to take you with me through my day, and I just want to do nothing too much, just the weather outside. It's kind of gloomy, and that gives me the moment to be with my favorite tea. It's nice and warm and gives me so much warmth in my body. It's a Polish tea. It's called Winter Vibes, something like this. It's with cinnamon and all the good cardamom, I think. So it gives me really good, like a cozy fall vibes. So what I want to do today, just tidy up a little bit, cook a little bit, and just enjoy this amazing chill day behind my window. So let me take you along through the day of my life. Cheers to you guys with a nice warm tea. Number one thing I need to do is the smoked pork belly. I did not record that how I prepare the pork belly because there is so many videos about that. How I do it, I just did that last week. Today is the day to just smoke it, and the weather is perfect for it. So that's the number one thing I need to do. And after that, I'm just going to lightly clean the kitchen because it's a little bit messy over here, and then cook some. I'm thinking today about Korean food. I went yesterday to Korean store and I bought a few things, and I will show you how I do it. I don't know if it's the original Korean recipes or not. It's just how I do the recipes. I like always to change them, so I encourage you to play with the recipes. Don't do strictly how it is in the recipe. It's because it might not be the taste you like. You might not like the spices that you have in the recipe. So just make the original first if you do not know how to play with the recipe, and then just do some fun play and change the recipe to your and your family liking, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing journey if you cook it for your family. If you have kids love to be in the kitchen helping, so just allow them to cook with you and to be with you. The best things and the best memories for you and your family when you're doing this. So let's get started with some pork belly. Why I have this? It's just to keep the meat submerged in the liquid. Now I need to clean my pot, my favorite pot. Yesterday apparently, after frying food, I left the pot on the stove and I didn't turn off the stove. I don't know why, I don't know how. I was 100% sure that I did turn it off. Now, my poor pot. Hopefully I can save it. Look at it. Alright. Let's do some brush, scrape, and whatever I can to clean it and not to scratch that pot too much. Too much on the head. Comment me. Did you ever do something like that? Did you leave something on and you were 100% sure that you turn it off? I can't believe it. I did it. I even left house when fully my husband was in the house. That bad. Yeah. I'm going to try to use my favorite paste because it doesn't scratch but might be might be very effective. Scrub it a little bit. The rest I need to leave to soak. Oh my god. I don't know. I hope I can save this pot. It's my favorite pot, if I didn't mention 3 times already. Alright. Let me distract myself. I'm going to cook some Korean pancakes. I am into them. But of course, Korean pancakes usually they are with the veggies, but I want to change a little bit. I want to add some proteins, and I bought yesterday in Korean market the ground pork. I'm going to fry the ground pork, and then I am going to add I'm going to cool it down, the pork, and I'm going to mix it with some veggies, or maybe I'm going to add some carrots to it so it's softer. Yeah, and then I'm going to add some other veggies. So let's do it. I have carrots. Found some zucchini. Mexican squash. So for those pancakes you can pull out whatever veggies you like and it should be delicious. Okay. green onions, more green onions, I'm also going to make a soup. So yesterday in the Korean store I was able to buy the chicken for cut soup. So it's like a little chicken thighs. This is my ground pork, and I also bought the oxtail, and I love oxtail in my soup. So I'm going to quickly turn on the soup first because that's going to take a time, and we are going to do the rest. I am not going to show you how I'm doing my broth because I have so many videos about that. You can always go back to the previous few months ago I made it, and you can find it how I make home broth from the scratch, and it's so much better than store-bought. I always encourage you to do your food from the scratch because it tastes better and it's healthier. So first, before I fry the ground pork, I'm going to prepare the veggies. This is my bowl for the veggies, but the squash, I have an Italian squash and Mexican squash. I am going to grind them, and I am going to squeeze out the juice because they have way too much juice, and because of that then you need to add so much flour that it is insane. So instead of doing this, always juice out your squash and you're going to have the best pancakes ever. If you want to see Polish pancakes, I also made my grandma's recipe for zucchini pancakes, and they are heavenly good. I'm going to try to link them for you below in the description. Okay, let's cut the green onions first, and remember, those ends, do not toast them. If you have any piece of the garden, or you can put them also on by the window in a little bit of the soil, and they are going to be giving you beautiful green onions. I have some growing, but they are way too small. I mean, one is bigger, but the rest is too small to cut them off, and I'm just going to have more bigger lash of them, and more I am going to be putting into the soil. This way throughout the days and years I have more green onions. They are very forgiving and they always produce. About that. Oh, this one is longer, I can cut it more, and this one too. If it's longer like that, I cut it a little bit so I have at least this much stem. Goes into my garden. It's going to give me so much green onions. Oh wow. going to cut the carrots, but I'm going to cut them in the angle. When you are cutting anything, make sure you have a sharp knife and a good knife. I have a link below for this set of the knives. It's amazing. It's from the Piclohas company, and you can buy them on Amazon. I have a milk bag. You can use a cheesecloth or a towel even to squeeze this out. So I'm just going to move everything in here first. That's going to be quite interesting, but it needs to be done. Go. But before I squeeze that, I am going to add a little bit of a salt in here. This way zucchini is going to release even more juice, because if I add even this right now squeezed zucchini into my mix and then I'm going to add water in there, zucchini will still release more of a juice, and I don't want that. I don't want this to be watery. I want this to be dryish, so we can combine everything with less flour than you would need for very wet pancake inside. Okay. How much salt? I don't need too much. Just like that. Just like 1 teaspoon. I'm just going to take my hand over there, and I am just going over the bowl because it's already releasing the juice, and over the bowl I'm just going to mix that a little bit over there. Okay. You can can do the same in the towel or whatever you have to squeeze out all the juice. Now I'm going to leave this for a few minutes so it's going to release the juice, and I'm going to start taking care of the ground pork. We have already carrots in a separate, I thought I lost one, oops, in a separate container, so this way I can fry them together with the pork. Let's clean a little bit here. I made a mess. How much carrots did I add? So I had 2 carrots, so I did like 1.5 of the big ones. These ones, I'm not going to toss it. I am cooking a soup, so they're going to be put it into the soup, and they're going to give me a delicious broth. I'm going to add a little bit more because of the carrots, but try to save as much as you can. For frying the pork, ground pork, I'm going to use my favorite avocado oil. Not too much, you don't need more because pork is already fatty. Drop it. I also quickly cut some onion on the side that I am just going to add right now because they look like the pork is getting ready. I'm also going to add a little bit, like 2 cloves of garlic. Salt. Like 1 teaspoon of the salt. I also very often eyeball it, the recipes. It's really hard sometimes to give you the correct measurements of spices because I like less salt. You might like more salt. So just always check before you add the entire salt if it's enough for you or if you need to add more, because if you add more than you need, I would say game over. So always check how much salt is, in your opinion, the best for the food that you're cooking. I'm going to add some pepper. And now to all of that, the carrots. And I do not want those carrots to be fully cooked, I just want them to soften up. Okay, they are done. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to put them on the side so they cool down. And yes, I turned off the gas stove, the electric stove.